welcome. Thank you for coming to the Ryanair's press conference. Couldn't think of a more timely press conference where we announce a very modest expansion out of London in summer 2025 while we're growing like a social disease all over the rest of Europe. The UK continues to lose out on enormous growth opportunities because you have a Chancellor who hasn't a clue about how to deliver growth, has had 5 years to get ready for it, and yet has managed to screw it up in her first budget. We have been calling on the new Labour government to come up with a growth strategy. As we all know, despite having 5 years to prepare for government and to prepare her growth strategy, Rachel Reeves in her first budget, the first initiative was to increase APD taxes on air travel. Nothing is designed to damage growth faster than increasing taxes on air travel. APD on short-haul flights to and from Europe will go from £13 to £15, a rate of tax of 33% on Ryanair's average ticket price of £45. Insane. And as a result, surprise, surprise, there is no growth. Rachel Reeves then is for the last week coming up with the Boris Johnson dead cat strategy. Let's throw something up there on the table that might distract people. Let's talk about a third runway in Heathrow. The third runway in Heathrow, if they started shovels in the ground today, will not be here until about 2035 or 2040 at the earliest, long after Rachel Reeves and the Labour government have been voted out of office or replaced by somebody else. The third runway at Heathrow, and mind you, I noticed she's come up with no dates for the third runway at Heathrow. It's just she's going to start getting submissions on the third runway at Heathrow later on this summer. The third runway at Heathrow is a dead cat. If it ever arrives, it will be about 2040, 2045 or 2050. In fact, long after I've departed from Ryanair. So confident am I that we will not see it. It will not deliver any growth. The thing that will deliver growth is abolishing APD. It will deliver growth, not just in London, it will deliver growth all across the UK. And that is the point I've made both directly in writing to Rachel Reeves and the Treasury, but they seem determined to pursue a strategy that will deliver no growth. Ryanair has the lowest costs in Europe, way below every other airline, which is why we are the only airline in Europe that has dramatically grown our pre-COVID traffic. Pre-COVID, we were carrying 148 million passengers a year. This year, ended in March, we'll be at 200 million, and next year, including summer 25, will rise to 206 million passengers. Current developments, so we're seeing very strong post-COVID recovery. We have 340 aircraft on order, and here's the prize we've offered to Rachel Reeves. We deliver about 60 million passengers a year to the UK. Within 5 years, we could grow that by 50% to 90 million passengers. And all she has to do is abolish APD. It's a tiny amount of money, £4 billion, less than 3% of the UK budget, about 1/4 of the cost of the mythical third runway in Heathrow that won't be delivered in my lifetime, or certainly not in her political lifetime. But scrapping APD would deliver growth not just into London, but across the regions of the UK. And it would be immediate. It would be this summer, it would be next winter, it would be the summer after. The airlines would respond by putting massive amount of incremental capacity into existing airports across London, Stansted and Luton, and the regions, Manchester, Gatwick, Manchester, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Bristol, Birmingham, all over the UK, and you can turn that tap on this year. And yet they're holding a press conference, wittering on about starting consultation on the mythical dead cat known as the third runway in Heathrow.